Hello folks and modelers. Today I'll be doing a kit review on this kit called the USS aircraft carrier Kiev. So this is a 1/700 scale from Trumpeter, and this is quite an old kit. So from Scalemates, I believe this kit tooling is somewhere from 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And there are two versions of this ship. One is the Kiev and the other is the Minsk. They are both similar aircraft carriers, but with slight variants. So this kit is the length shown here 387 millimeters, beam is 78, and it has only 120 pieces of parts and a little bit of photo etch, which are the propellers. So this kit is actually very simple. It's an old kit and simple. And this particular one is manufactured in 2018, so they are still producing this kit. So today my kit review will be slightly different from my usual way of doing. So this is the side view of the box showing the ship. There are this yak aircraft included and the come-off car. So today the difference of way I'm gonna do the kit review is I have pulled everything out from the bags and laid them out on this table here, and so that because it's not such a big kit and not many parts, so I can just do lay them out on the table like this. So we can see there are three sprues and 5 pieces of parts here, including the island. And this is the brass propeller. So I will show you a close-up view of the parts. I'm gonna put the box away. So instructions are here and a piece of decal. So yeah, quite simple. So let's take a quick look at maybe the instructions first. So this is a very old instruction. I mean, old format, I believe, by Trumpeter. And the color guides are just written. There's no codes using which brands of paints. So just simple, like white, black, green, gold, light gray. So this so this is the parts layout, which is what you can see here. It's the same. And for this kit, I didn't really count the number of parts. So looking at this instruction, starts off with propeller, rudder shafts, stand, then the hull comes together, and then some weapon system goes onto the deck, on the bow of the deck, some bolts. And this aircraft carrier, for Russian aircraft carrier, they are always a combination of carrier and a cruiser, or because they have a lot of weapons on board the ship. So this one is the island. So I think the island will have the most parts. And then finally, island going onto the deck. and these are the aircrafts. So I'll show you the plastics. It might not seem to be, since it's pretty old. Let's start off with this sprue here. So if we look at the aircrafts and the helicopter here, they are not, I think, the newer kinds of design. I think this is like very simple and don't have that kind of detail like the newer kits. These are the blades, some weapon systems, bolts, sponsons. So this kit, I roughly know what to expect. It's not gonna be, like the newer kits. I think a lot of there will be fitting issues. And some especially the aircraft is like the older 90s version of the design, where sometimes the shape really off. So let's take a look at the hull. And the hull here, looks okay, but the design wise, they always have this kind of beams across, and it's always like a half hull, so that you can do a waterline hull or a full hull. But the newer Trumpeter kits will always be a full hull. So smaller details on the sides here, not too detailed. And the stern, the fan tail here, I think this detail is like, not so good. And then let's just take a look at the deck. So deck has panel lines engraving, but of course, I believe these lines will always be too thick for at 1/700 scale. Then details on the stern area, the bow area. And then we got the hull, the bottom of the hull. And it's written there, 1/700 Minx. So I think that was the other version. So probably they're sharing all the same parts. This one for the waterline, nothing much to see. I think you can see the quality of plastics are not good from the early 2000. So now we have a very big piece of an island here. Details are okay, but not too fine. Okay, so for those who likes this ship, there are two versions from Trumpeter, and there is one very old kit. I think it's a Japanese maker. But that kit is even older, from maybe in the 80s, 90s, and it's also very much simpler. And it's cheap. And okay, so besides these two kits from Trumpeter, there is one version available by Hobby Boss at 1/700, and that kit is very detailed. More parts, but it's very expensive, and it's only a waterline hull given from the Hobby Boss kit. So if you like that, more detail, you can go for Hobby Boss. But price wise, it's almost like a 1/350 scale price. So that was very discouraging, you know, to get, especially for a 1/700 scale. So I got this instead. This is gonna be just a simple build. So these are the decals given, and this ship is gonna be a very very colorful ship, because the deck, you know, the deck is in green and orange, and with some gray for all the weapon systems. So yeah, don't really know how it's gonna turn out, but hopefully it will look good. So that's all on the parts, and you know, I don't know if you want to see this. It's just a stand, and a close-up on the brass piece will be this. Okay, so yeah, so I think that's about it. And something about the kit. Okay, basically Trumpeter do have this ship in one 550 scale, but that kit would be a very, you know, almost no detail kind of kit. It's a very cheap, and that kit is actually similar to that 1/500 Nimitz, which I have done a review, and it's just, you know, on my shelf here. So I'll just show you that this Nimitz here is a 1/500, which has no detail, and a lot of size and accuracy are off. So that Kiev, you know, 550 scale is also same as the Nimitz kind of molding, you know. So I think this 700 would be a little bit better, but still, yeah, it's an old kit, not much detail. So I plan to do this probably without adding any additional things. Just want to build it for the shape, and because I like the shape of the ship. There is one set of PE that goes with this kit. I think it's from Gold Medal. I think it's like, yeah, $20, 20-30. But it's only sold from a Ukraine site, and I don't know about availability. But to add, you know, a lot of PE details on a simple kit like this, I do have doubts, you know, and I don't want to spend too much money on that. And then I'll just show you quickly. Basically, this deck has you know, boss that goes into all these underneath boss here. Fitting will have issues, and you can see here, you know, all these kind of gaps that, you know, it's gonna create gaps all around. So it's not gonna be a pretty fit, and lots of sanding putty will probably, you know, have to be done. The bottom hull fits quite okay, not too bad, you know. So, but the deck and the hull is gonna be a problem. So for this kind of kit, yeah, I don't think I wanna spend so much on, you know, additional PEs and other stuff. So I'm just gonna build it simple, like what I did with the Fujian, and without any PEs. So that's all for this kit review. I hope you like it, and I hope I'll get to come around to build this very soon. So until the next time, happy modeling, and cheers for now. Goodbye.